Hello.
Ayan. Ayan, naririnig na kita. Hi, Ella.
Hello. Sorry. Apology for the, I think, a little bit longer na pag-commute kasi nasa-set up po ng ano, ang tagal kong nakapag-allocate po ng title so I cannot proceed on saving and unmute. Good evening, Ma'am Ria.
Go ahead ka muna, Ella. Assist ko lang si Guess. May technical problem lang.
Okay, ma'am. Shoutout po sa lahat ng nakikinig diyan, 'no, yung mga early birds po natin diyan. Good evening to all of you. Ang aga po ni Monina Sunga, good evening. Shoutout po sa ating The Feminine Genius Philippines. And of course, to our host, Dr. Realiza, good evening po. And nagsi-shoutout po ang ating host kanina. So, thank you so much po, Dr. Ria. We have Nightbot here. Hi, Dr. Realiza. Welcome daw sa channel niya. Inangkin na niya yung channel mo. And of course, shoutout po kay Ma'am Kat. Mega love shoutout and good eve po sa lahat, Ma'am Ria and Ma'am Ella. Thank you, Ma'am Kat. Good evening din sa'yo. And Ma'am Erlinda Cadillo, hi. Or hey, good evening to all feminine genius. Thank you po, Ma'am Erlinda Cadillo. And Pauline's TV, good evening. Thank you for the thumbs up. And according to Nightbot, thank you for the thumbs up, Pauline's TV. Welcome to, ayan, inangkin na yung channel, Dr. Eliza. And shoutout din po, of course, sa lahat ng viewers po ng ating host na nandyan po sa Facebook. I hope you can visit Dr. Yaliza in her channel via YouTube. Just search po in the YouTube search box, Dr. Yaliza. Ayan, so that you can interact po ng live dito po sa live chat po niya. And sign in first your Gmail before you log in using YouTube and search Dr. Yalisa. So that in that way, you can, of course, participate here in the live chat and you have a chance, of course, to be recognized by Nightbot. And of course, you can be included here in the attendance portion because every time you shout out po, um, at least if you have a lot of accounts in YouTube, meaning you have a lot of Gmail and you already log in that to YouTube, you can shout out that here so that I can include your name as um as a as your attendance, of course, no, that serves as your attendance yung shout out mo, and that will serve you, of course, an entry, no, for the incoming grand LS on December. Ayan. So, yan, while waiting for the guest and of course our host, I'd like to, of course, announce na rin that um, to those who are not yet member of Dr. Eliza, it is now your opportunity to click the membership. How? Just watch first um, the vlogs, no? Kahit isang vlog lang po sa ating host. You can watch one of her vlog, visit her channel, and then at the bottom of her video, after watching at least 3 minutes, you can see a join button there and click on that and then check out if what perks suited, no, or swak dun sa personality mo so that by the time you have decided already, napakadali lang po magpa-member, no? Pipili po kayo ng perks and then after that, kung swak po sa personality mo yung perks, as low as 49 pesos, you can be a member of course, the Feminine Genius. So, grab that opportunity so that you will get included on the livelihood activities and projects of our host. So, as usual, we will have a short game later and have fun with our guests. So it's a Pinoy Henyo game, and we will ask the viewers to guess 5 significant words that our guest mentioned during the presentation. Gcash prizes will be given to the winners, and the amount is based on number of viewers. So please invite your friends to watch the live streaming every Saturday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Ayan. So, 1 hour na lang po, no? Almost, 1 to 2 hours na lang po. Dr. Riza has been going live streaming every Saturdays. So, and today is our episode number. Makikita niyo po sa bottom part po ng kanyang video ngayon. Ayan. Episode number 125. Ayan. Congratulations po to our host for reaching that episode number and counting. Then, by the way, would also like to announce though that there will be of course, a grand live streaming every December. So, once again, I would like to reiterate that every Saturday is your chance po na magkaroon po ng entry. So, what you're going to do, just shout out here in the live chat and that will serve as your attendance po. And that attendance is your entry doon po sa paraffle natin sa grand live streaming on December. Remember, nag-commit po ang ating host na magparaffle po ng house and lot. So, it is your opportunity, of course, to invite your friends. Malay natin sila po yung maswerteng mananalo ng house and lot this time. And, please do not forget to of course, visit the channel of Dr. Realisa and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, comment, like and share the YouTube channel of Dr. Realisa and of course Ella once. If you have time po, please do get the link of our host channel and then also her latest vlogs and of course itong latest po no itong live streaming niya this evening. You can repost this to your Facebook wall so that other subscribers or friends may be able to discover Dr. Elisa and support her. So, by the way, very short announcement po, no, special announcement about the website anything goes that shop. I would like to invite everyone to try this exciting site. No, if we have Lazada before and Shopee, this time we have this anything goes that shop. All you have to do is register as a vendor and then wait for approval by admin. As simple as that. And then after that, log into your account, choose product to sell. So our products will grow in time. And again, this is an exciting development for the Feminine Genius members. So if you became a member, why not be a member now and be part of the development no, of the Feminine Genius. So, of course, back to you, Ma'am Ria, if you have some announcement.
Yeah, our guest actually is already on the backstage, no? I saw medyo inaayos lang niya yung kanyang audio at saka yung kanyang camera. Maybe our guest could leave and re-enter, no, Ella? Leave task re-enter so that he could have camera and ano and
Audio.
audio. But we can try, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the time has come for us to introduce our guest for tonight. Welcome to today's episode of Feminine Genius Meets the Kibitzer. Ayan, this is something very new to me. It's a very new word for me. This is Late Night with Dr. Ria Liza featuring an up close with Dr. Enrico Sampang with the theme How to be a Talent Integrator in a Trifocal Approach in Education. And I think he will be answering this later. This is meet Dr. Ener, who earned a doctorate in public administration from Iris, Manila, Masters in Government Management at the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila, and Bachelor of Arts in Public Administration at the University of the Philippines. Also, a recipient of the scholarship program at the American Field Service International, Rochester, New York. And his work experience includes the following. He was an adjunct professor or site coordinator of the Philippine Christian University, tasked at organizing offsite graduate school classes for the marginalized or poor students. He was a professional lecturer at the graduate school of the Claro M. Recto Academy advanced studies at the Lyceum of the Philippines University. Of course, I love Lyceum University so much, where I stayed for 18 long years. And project manager on federalism at the Department of Interior Local Government. And of course, he's got a lot of notable experiences. That includes, among others, being the university president of the Philippine State College of Aeronautics, PhilSCA. This is where my son graduated, where he envisioned the aeronautical highway for cheaper transport and initiated research on drone technology for weather forecasting and anticipating logistic boon. He was vice president for administration and finance of the City Colleges of Manila. And he was also director of the Philippine Centennial Commission, acting president and general manager of the Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation, where he envisioned research and development with Eurotech in developing inexpensive rotary wings helicopter for regional transport. He also was a president and general manager of Patranco, a company who tried to salvage what little resources the bankrupt company to strengthen leverage for privatization. And also external relations manager of Ayala Land Incorporated. Ang dami, Ella. Moreover, he was the Miriam Defensor Santiago choice under the People's Reform Party candidate for Makati Congressional District in the 1995 election. He also assisted in 2016 the presidential election representing the academe in the formulation of program of President candidate Rodrigo Roa Duterte. He was the founder chairman of the Philippine Overseas Workers for Economic Recovery, or called Power Foundation, where he organized the first ever Filipinos Conference Workshop last December 1988 as the ASEAN Institute of Management that drafted the Republic Act 8042, known as the Migrant Workers and Overseas Filipinos Act of 1995. He was 5 times president of the Association of Makati Industries. Grabe. This is an opportune time to learn from a well-spent life journey of a seasoned educator and an advocate of talent integration. Let us welcome a very special friend, Dr. Ener Sampang. Ayan, Dr. Ener, I'll now put you on stream. Ayan. Um, Ella, naput ko na siya stream pero hindi siya nag-a-appear.
Yeah, hindi nga siya nagre-reflect, ma'am.
Pero nasa stream na siya. Dr. Enner, maybe I suggest po you leave muna the studio, click the leave, and then balik po kayo, turn on your camera na po and your mic pagpasok niyo po ulit sa stream. Assist lang natin si Sir, ha? Sir Sampang, if you can hear us. Kasi kanina niya pa tayo na pinapanood, nasa backstage lang siya. Dr. Enner, you can click Leave Studio po and then click nyo ulit yung link ng StreamYard with your camera on and your audio on na po. Hintayin po namin kayo, Sir Dr. Enner. Ayan, Sir. Nagkakaproblema lang si Sir sa kanyang technical issues lang po. Actually, nandito na siya sa screen eh. Hindi ko na alam ba't hindi siya lumilitaw. Ella, nangyayari pala yon.
This is our first time, ma'am, to experience that.
Yeah. Nandito na siya sa loob. Kasi pagka-kinlik
Ano
ko na
ang
yung...
gamit niya, ma'am? Apple po ba? Naka-Mac po ba siya or Windows?
Actually, hindi ko alam kung anong gamit niya for now.
Medyo
I think
mahigpit po ang
desktop.
Mac.
Desktop.
Ano pong brand yan? Yan po ba
Oo.
ay Mac or Windows? Pwede
He's
po yun, ma'am.
using desktop. Sir, you can also use your cell phone, no? If nahihirapan tayo sa desktop, you can also use your cell phone. We will wait for you po, sir, kasi first times namin nangyari yung inilabas na kita sa screen pero cannot see you po in the screen. try ko ulit i-remove. Tinry ko i-remove and then try ko add. And Nero Sampang is in the stream with audio only. Oh! Sir, hello! Sir, can you hear us? Audio lang po daw yung meron kayo, sir. Sir, you can try to talk po if we can hear you. Sir Ener, you are on our screen po. Hindi kayo lumilitaw because of no camera and pero yung audio nyo po is naka-join po sa screen. So anytime you will talk po, maririnig namin kayo. Ella, shout out ka muna siguro.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Katatapos ko lang mag-attendance, by the way. And shout out po pala sa lahat dyan. I saw Sharon Foodies joining with us this night. Ayan. Thank you, Sharon, for tuning in. Aba, mainom lang ako ng water. Water na may halong ano. Ayan. So, shout out pala kay Sharon Foodies. Kamusta ka na dyan sa USA? Ayan, may viewer ka ma'am sa USA. Malaki ang points mo niyan. Thank
Hi,
you,
Sharon.
Sharon, for
Congratulations
tuning
and best
in.
wishes. Hello,
Yes,
hello. Ayan, masaya na si Sharon ngayon building her family in the US.
correct. And papasyalan ka namin ni Ma'am Ria if magawi kami sa US. Malay natin, who knows. So, by the way, magsha-shoutout lang din po ako dun sa mga, may mga pa-savings na po dito sa amin. I may apology if hindi pa rin ako nakapag-compute, Maria. Hindi na ako natuloy sa pagko-compute because of some busy schedule. Wow, taray parang parang ano, businessman. Naging busy ako honestly speaking because of some documentations on my dissertation and I'm hoping no really to schedule Ma'am Ma'am Ria. So with your support, I hope so. And don't worry, we will release ASAP now your savings here. And shout out by the way to all of your friends, Maria out there na nasa Facebook and to all of our teams. Especially to our team helpful, medyo silent po tayo ngayon because I wasn't able to, of course, stop some playlist creator. So, silent po sila because naging busy po ang ating playlist maker po na si Chofi. And sa lahat ng mga teams na nasalihan po ng ating host, shout out to all of you. Hindi ko na kayo maisa-isa, but one thing I remember, Team Helpful, isa yun sa team ni Ma'am Ria. And of course, yung team po ng The Feminine Genius. And of course, yung team po ng Team Shine or Team Lipat. And I think Team Ritz, no, International. And a lot more. Chichay Channel, ayan, I hope so madalaw mo yung sinusupport, no, si Dr. Eliza. Chichay Channel and of course, Joffy's World, ayan. So,
Ella, singit lang ako
yes
Sir
ma'am, go ahead.
Esther, ang naka-join lang po sa inyo right now is audio. Ah, hi- Actually, hindi namin alam. This is the first time po na nangyari sa amin ni Ella na hindi namin kayo nakikita sa screen. Pero naka-join na po kayo sa screen. Ang sinasabi sa akin ng StreamYard is naka-join ang audio nyo, audio only. So, I suggest po mag-on tayo ng camera or kung audio, you can try po to talk so that we can check if we can hear you po. You can try to talk po so we can see if we can hear you. Kasi nandito na po kayo sa screen. Di lang kayo nag-a-appear because ang naka-join lang po sa inyo is audio. Or gusto nyo, sir, you can exit, leave studio, and then rejoin po tayo. Opo. Kasi nandito kayo sa loob Ella, wala ata. Can we use? Yes, we can use po cellphone, sir, Ener. We can use po cellphone. You click, exit po muna kayo dito, leave the studio po muna kayo, and then click the same link na binigay ko sa iyo kanina. Click the same link po, and then, makaka-join ka na using your cellphone. Ayan. Nagkakaroon ng konting problem. Mahirap din talaga pag online, no, Ella, no? Um, Pero you know what, Ella? I'm dreaming of having our own studio very soon. Siyempre, di ba?
That's
Pag
nice,
may
ma'am.
studio na tayo, oo. Pag may studio na tayo, de, face-to-face na nating makita
Makikita
yung
yung
mga guests
audience.
natin.
And
Oo.
your dream studio ba, ma'am, accepts audience face to face like
Pwede. By the way, Ella, we're also pala streaming Ella Once. Ayan, nakikita ko na naka-stream kay Ella Once.
Yeah,
Pwede
oo nga pala. Hindi ko
na, yeah.
na-promote yung allowance ko, but
Oo,
thank you
Ella
for
Once is
reminding,
streaming
ma'am.
right now, oo. Naka-stream po tayo sa dalawang YouTube channel, Ella Once and Dr. Ria Lisa. Sir
Baka
Enner, kasi
naman,
Sir
dumaan din
Enner
kayo
can
sa channel
hear us
ko.
eh. Sir Enner can hear us. Do I sign out? Yes po, sir. Sign out po muna kayo. Please leave studio. Pakiclick po yung leave studio and then sign, click nyo lang po yung phone or click nyo na ngayon yung phone. You can try. You can click your phone right now. Click nyo lang po yung link na binigay ko sa inyo. Ayan.
I'll post our um I'll try to post this in my Facebook page. Ayan, promote natin.
Okay, so nahirapan lang talaga, sir. By the way, while sir, Dr. Enner, you can also join via your Facebook or a phone. Click nyo lang po yung kaninang StreamYard link, same link din po, click nyo and then i-click nyo yung tatlong lines or tuldok doon sa upper right, makakakonect na po kayo dito sa StreamYard. Ayan. So habang hinihintay natin, Ella, you know, our guest, nakita mo naman, narinig mo naman yung mga yung introduction niya kanina, no? He was very instrumental in so many offices and especially very notably yung naging president siya, university president ng State College of Aeronautics. Ganyan siya ka-high-end, Ella. Talagang pang-presidente ng mga level natin, pang-presidente na ng mga
Wow.
universities. Ayan.
Sana may pa-coffee yung mga president. Sabi ganun.
Oo. 'Di ba? Oo, 'di ba mga kakwentuhan natin mga presidente na ng mga university, aba, san ka
Diba?
pa, 'di ba?
Bihira
And
yan sa nakakanood ng ganyan channel. Only
yes,
Dr. Eliza's channel.
sa susunod mga secretaries na ang magiging guest natin, Ella, promise ko 'yan. So, pag ano na, pag nagkaroon na ng oath-taking, no? So, friendshipin na natin lahat ng mga ano ng mga kasama natin sa council. And of
Yung
course,
oath
Karen,
taking ba, ma'am, pwedeng i-live yun? Wherein we can record in a tablet or in a video and then we can share here in your YouTube during your
um,
live streaming? Just to
baka we
announce,
can
of
ask,
course,
oo.
where other venue pa, aside from your channel, pwede kang mapanood ng mga, of course, supporters mo. Siya, di ba?
Tama ka diyan. Kahit magsama na ako ng, anong tawag dun, glam team, ng tech team during the time just to document the event, pwede yun, tama yan, Ella. Para
Yan.
ma-document natin yung moment na yun, no? The moment,
Yes.
ano yun, one moment in
That was
time.
your moment. Parang yan yung
Yeah.
title ko nung ano, yung once in a lifetime experiences. Char.
Once in a lifetime, oh, yung moment natin, ayan. Of course, saglit lang ha. Sige, go ahead, Ella, sagutin ko lang si sir.
Okay, okay. Ayan, so baka naman po, no, I have posted already in the Ella1's page, of course, the live streaming of our host, wherein you can also visit my channel for you to watch Dr. Realiza. And of course, you can directly visit her channel, Dr. Realiza, for you to support, of course, her live streaming every Saturday. And you know already that big time po ang kanyang guest tonight. So, marami tayong learnings po sa kanyang journey po. It might give us an inspiration on how we are also to go through on our um, own business. paano siya naging successful, baka puwedeng magaya yon. So, let's support, no, from the start up to the last discussion, and let's participate also in the Pinoy Henyo game later para ma-enjoy din natin at makita rin namin kung sino yung loyal po na magstay until the last discussions at hanggang sa pag-games po. Shoutout by the way, once again sa ating mga loyal viewers po dyan. So I'm still waiting, parang may hinihintay akong pangalan dito na mag-a-appear din. So yung mga nakasanayan namin na nandito every Saturday night. And of course, um, shoutout pala kay Dr. Ronel Ramos. And of course, shoutout po kay Ma'am Kat. Sorry, Paulins TV, yung iyong um, savings, don't worry. I hope bukas pa ay ma-release po namin diyan. Abunuhan mo muna, Mami, Ma'am Kat. And tomorrow sana makapag-release po kami ng inyong mga savings po no last Saturday. And thank you for sending virtual hug diyan, Sharon Foodies. Ayan, siguro mahilig talaga siya sa food ngayon at baka may soon to be vlogs na po siya about foods. Aabangan namin yan, Sharon. Thank you for sending us hand pink waving. And of course, shout out to your hubby, no? Congratulations to the both of you for embracing the marriage life and wish you luck on your future kids and family. And shout out pala kay Sir Javier Centeno. I saw, ayan, you are supporting Dr. Yelisa. Thank you for sending virtual hug as well. And you got this. Mama Erlinda Cadillo, thank you for sending virtual hug. And Paulins TV. And ayan, the rest of you who are watching via Facebook na very silent lang, please don't forget to shout out po so that I can record your attendance, your support. Kasi if you want shout out po, we cannot recognize you if you are watching via Facebook or via YouTube. And if sa Facebook naman kayo mag-shout out, we cannot recognize your name because Facebook is so strict when it comes to security. So, kapag nag-shout out po kayo, not only hi and hello, just shout out also your name. Okay? So, while waiting for our guest, I would like to remind everyone we can repost now the link of our host, Dr. Realiza, to your Facebook wall so that not only um, these persons who are here in the live chat will be given an opportunity na manalo po sa mga pa-raffle po ng ating host tuwing may pa-live streaming po siya every December. And also, I would like to recognize once again no, the early bird po this evening based po dito sa aking nakikita po. I don't know if other than her, meron pa po. So, si Sis Monina Sunga, ayan. Congratulations as an early bird po a while ago, no? Thank you din po sa ating mga untiring support po ng ating mga loyal viewers dyan, no? Thank you, Sharon. I hope so someday, no, you can join with us. Papasok ka sa YouTube ni Ma'am Ria. Magiging guest ka niya. Ikaw yung magkukwento sa amin ano yung mga buhay mo dyan. Pwede kaya yun, Ma'am Ria? Siyempre, kasama ang husband mo. Siguro mga special events yan. Mga Valentine's Day or depende kay Ma'am Ria kung ano yung theme na magiging guest kayo ng husband mo. Just to share about USA something. Ayan.
Right.
Yes,
So,
Ma'am Ria?
oo, Ella, nahihirapan si Sir Enner. Kasi, Ella, clear ko lang pag pumasok sa cellphone, 'di ba pag kinlik mo yung link ng StreamYard, hindi naman agad StreamYard yun eh, 'di ba? Meron lang, parang mga dots sa ibabaw. May tatlong dots, tapos kiklik mo yun, tapos enter studio. Try ko nga. So, kapag mag-enter ka pala sa cellphone using StreamYard, pag kinlik mo yung link ng StreamYard na binigay sa'yo, um, enter, ayan si Sir, saglit lang ha. Ikaw muna, Ella.
That's right, Ma'am Ria. So, again, once again. Again, once again. May konting technicalities lang po ng ating guest sa kanyang device. But anyway, it's normal and understandable. But anyway, ano pong gamit niya na CP? Baka kasi naka-Mac or I mean naka-Apple 'yan. iPhone pala. Medyo mahigpit. Ayan, so umiinom ako ng Sprite. Sobrang init. Ayan, so shoutout once again. No, thank you, Sharon, for interacting. And um, while waiting for our guest, I'd like to remind no everyone to please don't forget po to thumbs up our host, Dr. Yaliza. And if you have your FB pages, pwede po natin i-repost po ang live streaming po ng ating host. And we can also repost po some of the important vlogs po ng ating host. So in my case po, I have reposted po my channel in my FB page, and I have also sharing the link of our host to some FB pages ng mga teams po namin. Then if you have some of course friends po na medyo close po ninyo at hindi kayo natatanggihan, please invite them to watch Dr. Elisa every Saturday. So once again, wag po tayong magsawang sumuporta po sa ating host po. Every Saturday lang po ito, and 2 hours lang po. You know, sometimes less than 1 hour po or less than 2 hours. Depende po sa takbo ng magandang pag-uusapan. Ayan. But for sure, marami po tayong learnings talaga every Saturday. Kasi sa bawat guest po na ng ating host na makakausap ay iba-iba po talaga ang journey ng life nila. Paano sila naging successful, doon po tayo matututo. Ayan. Kaya nga feminine genius. Hindi po ibig sabihin na siya ang feminine, ito lang yung feminine na matalino. But ang real definition dyan ay makikita nyo po sa perks po ng ating host na membership po niya. Yun po ang tunay na kahulugan ng feminine genius. No, hindi po ibig sabihin na siya lang ang matalino. But instead, ito po ay nangangahulugan po ng isang magandang symbol po ng magandang katangian, no, ng isang tao. Hindi lang po para sa babae, but for, of course, um, men and young generation as well. Okay, pwede maging feminine genius. Kasi it is composed of what? Yung characters na napakaganda. Like humility, ayan, sinabi na po ng ating host kanina. Paulit-ulit lang po ako. But this is just to remind everyone. Napakagandang opportunity na maging member po tayo ng The Feminine Genius, and um, makita rin po natin no, paano talaga tayo makatulong din sa iba with our character that symbolizes um, good character, like and like that, humility, ano pa ba yun, ma'am? So, just visit po the vlogs of our host and you will see the perks. Yan po ang character talaga ng totoong The Feminine Genius. Okay. So, Ma'am Ria, nag-renew na po ako sa membership ko sa'yo ha. Matik pong binabawasan yung Gcash ko. Sana naman 'no, baka naman may makaalala kay Ella once. Ayan, so sabi po ni Sharon dito, anong gamit niyang CP, copy paste niya yung link tapos punta sa Safari, copy niya yung link. Ganyan po sa iPhone, ma'am. Yan tinuro ni Ma'am Kat sa'kin, ginamit ako nung gumamit daw siya ng StreamYard. Kapagka ano talaga pala, bakit? Para saan 'to? Ayan,
Parang mahihirapan tayo kung papupuntahin natin sa Safari, si ano, si sir. Kasi ang nakita ko dito sa ano ko, sa Samsung ko, iki-click mo yung,
link.
um, dito sa Samsung sir, ano, punta po kayo dun sa Facebook page, sa Facebook Messenger po natin. Tapos sa Messenger po natin may StreamYard link diyan. I-click niyo po 'yon. Pag-click nyo yun, may a-appear na three dots on the upper right. Click mo yung three dots na yun, tapos lagay mo open with Chrome. Pag open with Chrome, automatic na po yun makakapasok. Makikita na po namin kayo dito sa screen. Sir Ener, um, actually, by the way, si Sir Ener nandito sa loob ng ano natin, studio natin, Ella. So, nandito siya sa loob ng studio, di siya lumilitaw, no? Naka-join siya by audio. Kaya lang, kung naka-join siya by audio, hindi rin natin siya naririnig. Pero andito talaga siya sa loob ng studio right now. Kaya lang, di natin siya nakikita, hindi rin natin siya naririnig. Saglit lang, Ella. Go, ikaw muna.
Okay, so normal po 'yan 'pag ganyan. Um, I'd like to, by the way, um, announce that uh, may mga latest vlog po kami ni Ma'am Ria. All you have to do is visit our channels and kung ano po yung first video na makikita nyo sa top portion, yun po yung latest vlogs. Yeah, I request everyone, of course, to sometimes visit and watch our vlog for at least 3 minutes and like and share on this. So, lately po, vinlog ko po yung aming travel sa ASEAN countries. And then, para makita niyo po sino yung mga kasama namin na mga mababait, no, na of course, sa research po na ginawa namin, na nag-gather po kami ng data sa ibang countries. And those research is really beneficial for the Philippines, especially sa academes. So hopefully makatulong po ito sa marami and hindi po ibig sabihin yan na yung mentality na parang anong tawag dito, naging negative yung iba kasi na parang ano ba yan, magpapasikat lang. This is not for that kind of intention but instead to of course become an example na kung nagawa namin yung kaunting bagay na ganito, other generation will follow. Mas marami pa silang mas magagawa kasi mga bata pa sila and the more na mas makakapag-gather pa sila ng maraming data na eventually magagawan po ng analysis at magagawan din po ng better visualizations para makatulong po sa ating government agencies and schools, no, for the entire nation, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Thank you once again, Sharon Foodies, for the hand pink waving and for sharing some tips on how to use iPhone if you are about to enter or join in the StreamYard. Thank you. And I hope, Sharon, sana ma-play mo pa kami, no? May time ka pang mag-play dyan sa US. Kasi napakalaking points po talaga if other country will play our videos. Ayan. So, thank you so much in advance kapag nagawa mo yan. Just inform us kapag nagawa mo para gagantihan ka namin. Thank you, Sharon. Shoutout pala kay Ma'am Kat. Parang medyo silent na tayo ngayon na. Ma'am Kat and of course, Paulens TV and Mama Erlinda Cadillo muli. Dito si Monina Sunga and a lot more to mention there. Sir Javier Centeno. And sa lahat pala po ng aking supporters po ni Elo Ones and Team Helpful, sana find time po to visit of course our latest vlog. Alam kong busy-busy na po ang mga tao ngayon but sana po visit natin ng mabilisan and ma-like po natin. Thank you so much. Thank you Sharon Foodies for ayan, nagre-reflect ka dito sa aking channel. I hope so mai-like nyo rin po ang aking video. Ayan. Then, I hope so, no, ang guest natin ay makapasok na, praying na makapasok na siya. Yes, Maria?
So, ayun, ina-assist na. So, yung Safari pala, ano yun, di ba? Ang Safari is
Another browser.
another browser. So, pagka pala Safari ginamit mo, direkta ka na na malilink ka sa YouTube. Kasi pagka ibang browser ginamit mo, halimbawa, kinlik mo lang yung, ano, yung link. Kung ang browser mo ay kung ano man, meron kasi three dots na lumalabas. Ako, hindi ko alam kung saan akong browser dinadala ng cellphone ko eh.
Chrome, naka-Chrome ka yata, ma'am.
Chrome. Tapos, may tatlong dots doon. Tapos, i-click mo yung ano, ayan, nakita ko na si Sir. Sir, wait, papasok kita. Check natin. I-remove ko lang yung isa. Ay, hindi pa rin. Naka-add ka, sir, ano naman sa audio, nakadalawa na yung add. Pero kailangan po kasi i-on yung camera. Nandito ka po, sir, sa loob ng studio, pero hindi po lumilitaw yung screen ninyo. Ang nakalagay po dito ay nakalitaw lang, audio lang ang naka-join sa inyo. Try mo nga, sir, magsalita. Hello, sir. Ayan. Sir, kailangan po i-click nyo yung StreamYard link and then sa taas nun may tatlong dots. I-click nyo po yun. Open with Chrome para makakonect po kayo. Kasi nakikita ko po, sir, hindi po kayo nagre-read ng mga instructions po na nandito sa FB Messenger natin. Ayan. Sige lang, Ella, go ahead. Assist ko lang ulit sila.
Ayan, sabi ni Sharon, "Opo ma'am, direct ka na sa StreamYard." Ayan, kapag if you're using Safari. Thank you once again, Sharon, for that info. Ayan, wala kasi akong iPhone, eh. Ma'am Ria, baka naman. Okay, so, what else? I'm going to check lang po ha dito sa attendance. So, lahat naman po ng nag-shoutout diyan ay nandito na po sa attendance po. And, um, Sharon, balitaan mo kami, ano po ba yung mga meron diyan sa US ngayon na exciting to watch or visit? Ayan, kung narinig mo ako siya, just type your answer here in the chat box. Wow, may gano'n. Naka-iPhone na ako, ma'am, char. Wow. China oil 'no, na may iPhone na talaga na yung mga latest version diyan kasi ang gandang gamitin po ng iPhone 'pag nag-vlog. Maganda po yung editing software niya, napakalinaw po ng pixel niya at madaming features po 'no, ang dami mong options. Yung mga parang, ah, para ka ng ano, director ng movie. Gano'n ang impression ko sa mga iPhone na vloggers. Kasi ang daming features na puwede niyang i-embed sa video and it makes your video a lot more entertaining. So Sharon, mag-vlog ka ng mag-vlog using your iPhone. And sana mag-collab tayo siya 'no, parang para feeling naman namin ano, nakapunta na kami ng US. Mag-live streaming tayo and then naka-record lang. Just like what we did with ano po ni yung taga Hong Kong na vlogger dati. Hong Kong ba yun? Thailand pala, sorry. Thailand pala. Si Bunso, si Jessie. Si Jessie, busy-busy na siya sa kanyang masters. Okay, so once
Yeah,
again,
si ano yon, si Crew yon, si
si
Crew.
Crew, yeah, binago kasi
Yeah,
niya ang
oo.
kanyang channel name. Instead of
Oo.
Crujiville, naging Jessie Villarte na siya. Shoutout Bunso. Ma'am, sa bahay lang po ako ha. Pag day off lang ng hobby ko, gala kami. Wow! Galing-galing
Alright.
naman.
So I think Dr. Enner can join using his cell phone or mobile device. We are just waiting for you po, sir. Click lang po yung StreamYard link and then sa upper right, meron pong tatlong dots na nilitaw. Pakiclick po yung tatlong dots na yun and then iselect nyo yung Open with Chrome. And then ayun na po. On nyo na yung camera nyo and then yung audio nyo and makikita na namin kayo. Actually, sir, naka-join ka ngayon sa stream namin using yung kanina mong device, kaya lang nakalagay, audio lang ang meron kayo. Pero I don't know why you cannot join via your audio. Alright. Pwede pala yun, Ella. Audio lang ang nag-join sa loob. Ngayon lang natin na-experience. No? But anyhow, we are just waiting for our guest po, Dr. Enner, to finally join us in our live. But ayun na nga, let's go on our topic. No, we're talking about talent integration using a three focal approach in education. Medyo ang lalim ng topic, no? Trifocal approach in education means yung tatlong system of education that we have in the Philippines. We have DepEd, um, CHED, and of course, we have PESDA. Okay. Yan lang naman eh, no? Yan ang meron tayo dito sa Pilipinas. So, ang gusto ni Sir Ener bilang an educator, integrate or magkaroon ng mga various talents um, through using all of this system of education. By the way, napapanahon yung pag-uusap about trifocal education. Ayan yung ating theme, no? Kasi Ella, meron kaming isang group na pino-form ngayon, yung Young, YOUNG, Youth for National and Good Governance, wherein we are targeting education, schooling without schooling, okay? Kung naaalala mo yung guest natin si Agos Maharlika, si Bon, no, Labora, na diniscuss niya sa atin yung thesis niya sa UK, 'di ba? Naalala mo 'yon? Kung saan gumawa siya ng framework of schooling without schooling. So ito yung hindi ka talaga pumapasok sa formal education. But meron dong mga steps and what you call this, may mga framework siyang ginamit on a self-pacing nung bata para ma-achieve niya yung goal niya in life. Dito kasi yung goal ng bata nagma-matter. Para kay Bon Labora, the goal or the target or the ambition of a person starts from being young. So kung bata ka pa lang, mahilig ka na into something, nakitaan mo na yung talent mo, dapat bata ka pa lang, dun ka na hinuhon. Para at a certain age, ano ka na, expert ka na. No? Ito yung schooling without schooling. Of course, marami kasing mga forms of schooling without schooling. Pero kasi, example, we have the, naalala mo, Ella, may guest tayo noon na mga super moms. Tapos, ang sa kanya is homeschooling. Kung naalala mo yon yung tinuturuan niya yung anak niya sa bahay, di ba? Okay. Ayan na, nakita ko na si Dr. Ener. Tingnan natin, papasukin natin siya. Ayan, Dr. Ener, ala pa rin po. So, ang lumilitaw pa rin po, Dr. Ener, nakita na kita sa backstage. Ang nakalagay lang po is you're joining via audio po. So, kailangan ulitin nyo po yung instruction na binigay ko sa inyo, Sir Ener. Pakiclick po yung StreamYard link using your cell phone. Ayan, nakita ko na, Sir Ener. Sir, nakikita na kita sa backstage. Paki-focus lang po yung camera sa inyo bago ko po kayo ilagay sa loob ng screen. Ayan. Focus lang ayan. Paki-focus lang po yung camera sa inyo, sir, at ilalagay ko po kayo sa studio. Ipapasok ko po kayo sa studio. Ayan. Nakikita ko na si Sir Ener sa screen. Ayan. Tatawagan ko lang, sir. Sir, hello, hi, sir. Okay na, nakikita na kita. Sir, kung naririnig mo ako, nakikita na po kita. Ilalagay na po kita sa screen. Ayan. Saglit lang po. I'll now bring you on the screen. Ayan. Sir, hello. Good evening. Sir, nakikita na po kayo sa screen, sir? Yung audio lang hindi. Naka-ano po kayo? Naka-mute po? Kaya ko ba to unmute? Ayan. Cannot unmute the guest. Ay, hindi ko, ala pala akong powers mag-unmute, Ella. Sir Ener, naka-mute po kayo. Nakikita na po namin kayo sa screen. Opo, ang nakikita po namin is yung television or yung screen po ng TV or
Laptop.
computer.
Yeah.
Laptop, opo.
Dapat sa kanya nakaharap.
Pwede nyo na po iharap sa inyo yung camera, sir.
Okay, okay.
Ayan, sir.
Okay.
Medyo nafi-feedback lang, ayan. Ayan, sir, we can hear you now.
All right.
Very nice, sir. Good evening po, sir. Kaya lang, sir, dapat kasi yung camera po is iharap sa inyo, on your face. Kasi ang
Where's that?
nakikita po namin yung computer screen,
Where's that?
laptop screen, opo. Kailangan i-reverse po yung camera para sa inyo po nakaharap.
All right. Reverse.
But your
Camera.
audio is very clear po. Your audio is very clear. Yung camera
Uh,
na lang po ang kailangan.
Ulitin nga natin ulit. Ulitin natin ulit. Wait, wait.
take two. Take two.
Yeah, sir, naririnig na po namin kayo. Nakikita na po namin yung screen nyo. Kaya lang hindi po sa inyo nakafocus yung camera.
Teka.
Opo.
Let me turn off the desktop.
Are you using po your phone, sir?
Yeah, I'm using the phone. Well, I have
So
both the cell phone and the desktop. Shall I turn
Okay.
off one of them?
No, it's okay lang po. Kaya lang yung camera,
Phone,
the camera lang po, sir. Kailangan nakaharap lang po sa inyo yung camera.
Camera. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do we go about this? I'm sorry, I'm taking too much of your time, huh?
Ma'am Ria, naka-mute ka, ma'am.
Ayan. Nakamute pala ako. Sorry, it's okay, sir, because ganyan nangyayari talaga na pag live yan. Alright. Nagkataon po yung camera nyo ay nakafocus po doon sa screen. Pwede nyo pong balik na rin yung camera po ng CP ninyo, ng cellphone nyo, para po yung camera humarap po sa inyo, sir.
So siguro I have to go to setting, no? To turn around the
Opo.
camera.
Yes. Actually, sir, kiniklik lang po yung rotate na camera.
Rotate.
Maharap na sa inyo.
Gawin pong selfie yung camera, sir, para makita po kayo. Para naka-feature po yung mukha nyo. Selfie yung camera ng cellphone.
I-demo mo daw, sabi ni Collins. Maybe, sir, yung camera nyo po, iharap nyo sa inyo. Yung cellphone nyo, kailangan nakaharap sa inyo. And then, nawala si sir ulit.
Wala si sir.
Okay,
Search
nawala
ako
si
dito ha. Paano how to how to make a selfie camera on cellphone ang gamit niya, ma'am, no? Para makita natin yung image.
yeah, cellphone. Pero kasi ang default talaga, 'di ba, kapag click natin yung cellphone natin, yung default nakaharap sa atin yung camera, tama ba? 'Di ba gano'n 'yon? Nakaharap sa atin yung camera. Default 'yon, no?
Yeah. Ito
So
nakikita
siguro
ko. Nakita ko na yung image dito. Pwede tayo mag-share ng screen. Ay, pwede mo tong i-send sa kanya, ma'am. Na
Sige, bigay mo sa akin.
Crop ko lang siya and then bibilugan ko yung camera na kailangan nakaganyan, naka-selfie.
Sige, i-send mo sa akin and then I will send it to Sir NR.
self.
Buti Ella 'no, kahit naka-start pala yung ano, yung live streaming puwede mo pa i-set up yung YouTube 'no. Akala ko
Yeah,
kanina hindi na. Ayan na si Sir Honor, ayan na siya. Add to stream. Add to stream natin, sir. Uh-huh.
Do you see me now?
Ayan. Yeah, sir. Hello. We can see you na.
Okay.
Success!
wow.
Success!
Finally, thank you so much.
Ayan, sir. Yeah. Good evening po sa inyo, sir.
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
and
Yes.
my apology for all this confusion. Huh?
It's okay lang po, sir. Things like this happen during live.
No worries
Sir,
po.
our audience are waiting and you can introduce yourself.
Ito na ba yung show? This is the actual
Yes, sir.
show?
This is the
Oh,
actual show, sir. This is
ito,
the actual
dry
show.
run pa tayo. All right, go ahead.
Sige po. Sir, you can introduce yourself na po to our audience. Take your time po. Tell them everything about yourself, your journey, etc.
Well, you made a good introduction kanina. I don't know what more to add to what you said, no? How do I start? I'm grateful for the opportunity to become an educator, not by my design, but by fate, I think, because I had other plans for myself. Anyway, the Lord has been kind to give me an opportunity to work the tertiary uh, level of involvement in education. You know, tertiary meaning the college, no, the higher schooling, the graduate school, and all that. Going there, of course, I passed through, the DepEd, elementary, high, the well, TESDA. I really that may perhaps be where I should retool and relearn a few things about being skillful in the modern technology. And I say anyway. I think you said plenty. In losing me. Was the one you said kanina uh, came out to the public already? I mean, I, have I been formally introduced?
Yes po, sir.
Uh,
You have been formally introduced to
okay.
the viewers. We are live right now, sir.
All right. So I think I will entertain question and answer already at this stage.
Okay. Ella, you
I
can
think
ask the first question.
all right.
Okay, ma'am, okay. Sir, would you mind if am I audible, Ma'am Maria?
Yes, you are audible. Yes.
Okay. So good evening, sir. I would like to ask to kindly, of course, um introduce yourself first. Who are you and what do you do? What are your hats?
Well, anyway, let's go through it. No, I am currently retired after having had my last public stint as college president of the Philippine State College of Aeronautics. Previous to that, I was with the city government of Manila, with the city colleges, now renamed as the Universidad de Manila. Uh, I've had the experience of working in government as president of the Franco, and later as briefly as president of the Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation. What more can I say? The topic is excellent. Integrator of talent in the trifocal approach in education in the Philippines. Um, siguro talking from the heart, no, from my perspective, I I see less than the value of formal education. I think we have reached the stage where skills is more important than diploma. And actually, I agree with one successful CEO of IBM who said that there has to be less emphasis on diploma and more on experience. So this should give a boost uh, to women who have been overlooked for a long time in taking higher positions in business, and also to give tribute to a number of CEOs, president CEOs of corporations in the world who are now in top positions not because of their diplomas, but because of their entrepreneurship and their skills and in developing skills, appropriate skills for the industry. Perhaps Elon Musk is an exception because he's truly an academician or truly a scholar. But in the world, I'm seeing it in the eyes of someone who is retired. I see the value of less less emphasis on degrees and to give a chance to people who have proven themselves through the use of their skills. Uh, Unique ang approach sa Pilipinas in that we have a trifocal approach, no? The DepEd, which takes the mandate of educating, giving free education for elementary up to 12 years. We have expanded that from the usual 10, of which I am a product of, to now 12. Then and then of course courses in professional courses in medicine, engineering, and all that of another 4, 5, 6 years. Um, I think well we have to abide by the global approach, which is trying to put in years to qualify them to this international standard in education, professionalism. Uh, it is very important that we measure the worth of a man not by much on degrees, but on the character of the person. And I think we are reaching that stage. Well, I don't know if I answered your question, but what's the next question?
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
you can actually can you tell us your best project? Yeah.
Best project?
Yes, sir.
That's interesting. I'm doing a study actually on the blue economy, and we refer to the use of our natural resources uh, for the good of the country. But more specifically, I'm doing a study on building an aeronautical highway for our country. By that, I mean developing some new industry like yung sa helicopter, the use of helicopter for transport to make transport between our islands much easier the through helicopters. Vertical landing instead of the usual aircraft no landing that requires lots of land area, to take off. Yung horizontal landing, horizontal takeoff, and coming in, no. The British has this for a long time, but now in some countries they're developing it not for military, but more for transport. And this is something that I think the Philippines, because of our nature being archipelagic, being an island nation, is more appropriate than the usual fixed wing aircrafts. So there has to be, for an industry to thrive, it must apply to a specific need of the country. And I feel that this is the way to do it. And I think we can find partners, international partners and local partners to develop this technology. You know, we may not we may not be a first world country yet, but there are those who are still behind us that may need our assistance. Uh, there, we have yet to develop, as President Bongbong Marcos said, develop yung STEM, yung science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, get into our curriculum. Uh, Unfortunately, this is a sad commentary. Our education has been designed for employment, not for entrepreneurship, not to be bosses, not to. No, we need more research and development. We have more than 100 state universities and colleges with potential, with strong potential of being a bulwark of research and technology. We have outstanding colleges that actually are very good for research, but they're they're missing out on they're missing out on a lot of things. And this is the subject of my study: how how to package a good business relations with the first world, with our state universities and colleges. You know, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, you discuss about blue economy. Well, we have of course the green economy, the blue economy, and the gray economy. I think 3 years ago, pre-pandemic, there was this debate, a debate during the public hearing of the Republic Act on Philippine Innovation Act, where the Innovation Act distinctively mentioned about blue economy. So is it that when we say blue economy, we pertain to anything that has something to do with water?
Yes, someone mentioned about the Philippines having more water than land, and so you're right. It's a research on the extent that we depend much on our water resources. Uh, it calls for a lot more studies, no? But our marine resources has not been uh, cared of enough. You know, that we are not getting the returns we expect of these resources. So, see, China would overtake us and want to use our water resources more than us. And that should not happen. We should take the initiative For example, yung newly found uh, no, yung rice on the Pacific Ocean. Ano tawag natin doon, Ria? Burnham rice or something? Burnham rice. You know, the
Mm.
Chinese wants to have exclusive right to develop it. It has a lot of resources we cannot leave behind or negotiate with other countries because it pertains to our national security. Um, you know, you look at our fisher folks. They are a dying tribe. You know, I don't even call it an industry. No, we keep on doing reclamation and pushing our coastal fisher folks far beyond the reach of their crude boats. You know, God is just really kind and merciful to us. That despite our our crude way of fishing, that we are able to feed our people, but that should not last long. No, there is a group of people who come to us and seek help, to modernize their sea craft, to make them last longer, fish longer, go to the deeper seas. Then basically, you can say that only a few companies actually do extensive fishing. It's the Taiwanese and the Chinese who do a lot of fishing in our marine resources, and that should be reversed. That should something has to be done. It's got to be done, to modernize our fishing fishing industry. Develop it more like an industry than just tayo marginalized tayo eh. Uh, we make do with what we have produced for the day. Kailangan it's a good thing that President Marcos, BBM, has initiated yung efforts to put up storage, cold storage, for our fish and for our vegetables and all. But that should have come a long way before. Anyway, it's a good subject for study, and perhaps this is something that we ought to give a little more focus.
Thank you, sir.
Next,
Just to reiterate again, the Philippine Innovation Act has spelled out clearly as part of its priority industry is the blue economy. Right. So thank you for mentioning that. So I think baka yung mga researchers that's just listening to us right now, this blue economy is a very good um, sector or facet that we can explore on. Okay. Actually, sir, when I attended one planning session of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources naman, they added the gray economy, no? Gray economy.
what's the gray economy area?
It's about microorganisms.
I see. Okay,
Microorganisms, yeah. So because it's the
more
environment.
laboratory. Okay.
Yes. And I think this microorganisms really has a very big role in in preserving the environment. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, there are a lot more on research and development need to be accomplished in our schools. You know, if we have something to export to Africa or to other less developed countries, it would be education. We have the tools for it, and we have the people to teach it. And so it might be our contribution. Might be our contribution to the world to export teachers to continually do exchanges with the first world, and us smaller countries like Philippines can be a conduit for bridging the gap between the top and the more marginalized society.
Yeah, since you've already mentioned, by the way, Ella, no, me and Dr. Enner and some of our friends are already having this negotiation with our African friends out there to do, I mean, to to uh, to transfer the technology or the Africans to adopt the technology that we have here in the Philippines. On a deal that will benefit both sides. Just recently, about several days ago, we met with the mayor of Cameroon. And
Yeah,
I think, sir, the mayor of Cameroon is now a guest in one TV radio show, no? It's one kasi kasabay ng ano natin, na live streaming natin.
I
Yes,
see. Okay.
yeah. So we have some more things to share with our neighboring continent. Actually, Africa is a continent, and I'm surprised to know that there are 53 countries under Africa. Such a very big economy for us to explore, sir. So good luck
Yes.
to our future big project. Yeah, Ella. Next question.
Yeah. And parang I learned something, ma'am, no, from the project of Sir a while ago. He mentioned blue economy and a lot more. And you know, man, gray economy. And so, this time, sir, we would like to know if, kasi you are so successful, and we believe that, syempre, tignan namin kung meron po kayong regrets din in life. Do you have any regrets in life? Kasi naging
Interesting.
parang you are super successful na po, eh, president of so many
Well,
organization.
I read somewhere recently that we should have no regrets at all because if we are God centered, then we know that what happened to us is something that God willed for us. And so for the sad, mistakes, for example, we made, there, there's a lesson there to learn, and the message there is that we should not repeat those mistakes, and we should move on. No? Sometimes we get depressed. We are weighed down by regrets. Why did I make it this way? I should have been this and all that. The worst thing is to compare ourselves with others. Well, thing about it is that we, after learning our lessons, we have to move on in life. We have to we have to see a purpose in which God put us in the situation we are, without being too religious, because this is not a religious program. But I think it helps to get some kind of assurance from the Holy Book, from the Bible. It says from Jeremiah. I don't know even the quote, but it's something like God has plans for all of us, plans to prosper us and not to harm us, and plans to give us hope in the future. That being the case, we should always be hopeful. If we have not obtained our goals in life yet, then there's perhaps a little more time for us to accomplish our mission. Remember that those who have accomplished their mission earlier are called upon to get the rewards in heaven. So means we have a little more time to change our bearings and improve on our course. But the message is to move on, with a little more confidence, a little more faith. Again, there's a definition in the Bible again that says faith is the assurance of things hoped for, and the conviction of things that's yet to happen. So, ganon. I still have a lot to improve in my faith, perhaps. But I'm grateful. And that should be the attitude that we should have in life. Whatever we are in, there's some purpose that we have to discern, look for. And we should be guided by that. So, by a grateful heart, a lot of things are possible to happen. Yeah. So, I'm not concluding with my with my with my with my goal to contribute something good for me and for others and for our country. We are truly blessed people, huh? And let's work together uh, in trying to see open up even brighter future for all our people, for our children. Anyway, next question, Ella.
Sir, thank you for that answer. I learned something, especially on the faith now you've mentioned. Sir, may we also know what is your best and most significant investment in life?
Investment. Well, I suppose well, traditionally, the best investment is education, because it's something that is earned and something that cannot be taken away from us. And well, family, I think it's a good investment. Our children are our investment, and siguro plainly, good investment would be real estate, because God has stopped creating more land. There is who are doing reclamations, but well, when you say investment, it's something you look forward to. And anything that you plant, just planting a seed right now. Someone said, I may plant a tree that I may not take the pleasure of benefiting from its shade. Nonetheless, I will plant the seed, grow the tree, that future generations may benefit from its shade and from its fruits. Yes.
Nice.
Uh,
Thank you, sir. Okay. Um, Sir, may we also know, because we can sense that you're a good heart and you're a good person. May we know who is your hero or idol or mentor or someone you considered you mirror your life with?
I'm a product of the old school, but I think my admiration for the great gift of God to the Filipino people is Jose Rizal, someone who lived only up to 33 years old, and yet accomplished a lot. He wrote plenty of articles, uh, printed two novels that shook the country, and a man of dedication, uh, an inspiration to our people. And they should be reminded. I think that we should go back to Rizal courses. It should teach us the love for country, love for people, and dedication to study. Um, and presently, current people. Well, one president that two presidents perhaps that I admire would be Ramon Magsaysay, who although lived on his, well, he didn't finish his term, died in office. He accomplished a lot and restored confidence in them. So, well, In my time, I was a teenage diplomat, so to speak, an exchange student at 16 when I went to the United States and was there when John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the United States, was assassinated, November 22. I remember well. I was in the classroom when it was announced. He was shot and fatally shot, died, uh, and has inspired a lot of people. And partly, I think I have been inspired by his example of dedication public service. I love his rhetorics. You know, he was a very good speech maker. Well, he has a good man to help him there. Anyway, a lot of modern heroes, actually, a lot of dedicated teachers. To me, they're my heroes. Those who love teaching and teaching not only skills, but it's about values. I think we should touch the soul of a person when we teach. So I could not name names right now. Just mention you a few names. So anyway, you keep on reading, huh? You keep on, let's keep ourselves engaged. Let's get involved. One particular issue, I think one particular thing that I want to do something about is to organize a concert for peace for my personal hero, Aung San Suu Kyi of Burma, lady president who was ousted in a coup d'etat and now in jail. I pray for her safety, the safety of our people who are going through some difficult times. Buddhists are not warlike people, and for a Buddhist country like Myanmar, Burma, it's a sad story. Of course, a lot of tragedies are happening around the world. Uh, that concert of peace that I want to organize, I know of a few people who are good singers, who are concert players. And if I have time, I think before the year end, we should be able to raise some funds for students from Burma to come to the Philippines, and even perhaps open our doors to some children who wants to seek peace and live in peace from um, Ukraine. And yeah, I have allow me a few more minutes. No, actually, another esoteric idea that comes to mind is to organize a league of 300 countries, 300 countries which are marginalized, small countries, small economies, but who are affected by these changes in geopolitics. No, 300 small countries that may engage in barters instead of dollar currency. And then another esoteric ideas I have in mind. I wish to do a little more studies and perhaps come out in the open. I feel strongly about a three China policy. Right now, there's a one China policy, that you know, I'm not for two. I'm not for one. I will not for two. I would like to expound on the idea of three China policy. Of course, the first China is the big China. The second would be Taiwan. The third China are the expats, the Chinese who are everywhere in the world. That should be given a voice in what's happening among Chinese. So it should not be two China policy and we should not be intimidated foreign policy. Now, I'm not working in government, so I can speak freely on this. That I think the expatriates, great Chinese who are in the world, who are scientists, who are this and that, they should be given a voice on what their lives should be affected by this geopolitics debate. Do you agree with us, Ella? Three China policy.
Yeah.
All right,
Sir,
next one.
um, yeah, I mean, you mentioned about Myanmar. By the way, we had a previous guest, Kaliar, the child star of Myanmar. His guest, our guest in YouTube. Kaliar, hello. It's the only place that we were not able to visit. Or I remember her. I hope you're safe and sound there in Myanmar. Now, it's nice to feel so nostalgic about the things you're telling us. Because when you say about your hero, of course, we are so excited about to know who are the heroes during your time. And I just want, I'm just curious, sir. During your early days, no, in UP, in University of the Philippines. I mean,
Yes.
are you one of those who are activists? Can you tell us stories on this? I know that you have some some advocacies or some what you call this, some things that you are fighting for, right? Can you tell us a bit of this?
I'll tell you of something very current. No? I have a small piece of land in Arayat, on the slopes of Arayat Mountain, and I would like to dedicate this to put up a marker to remember those who have risen to the occasion, have given their lives, their youth, for what they believe in. It's a small marker that will expound on the idea that while my father organized, one of the organizers of Hukbalahab, you can see that in the book of Agoncillo, that in that time, uh, they did it in their youth, yung Hukbalahab, they organized the Hukbalahab Laban sa Hapon. Then I want to call on, perhaps I'll use this medium, to call on those who may agree or disagree with me on this, that we should have an occasion to proclaim to the world that we are friendly to those who disagree in the use of nuclear power for war. We are reminded of the experience of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and we were then against the Japanese. Now we agree with the Japanese for most of the ideals of putting an end to nuclear power, and so there are just a few survivors of this bombing in Japan. And so I'd like to put up the marker to remember the victims of the war, and to perhaps mark time that organize natin three, yung may group of seven, di ba? Ako, group of 300 countries. Para mga 300 Spartans, against that ancient war. Anyway, yeah, that we need to re-examine, perhaps review, on how to deal uh, together, to reduce poverty, increase business activities, to generate employment, and to live more peaceably. And so, yung hukbalahap na laban sa Hapon, tayo ngayon, it will be a group of 300 calling on them, calling on the world. And the Philippines is willing to lead in the new search for a model for economy that's more fair, that's more God-centered. Now we cannot deny. We have to stand up for what we believe in. So people of faith, rise up. And I want to dedicate this. It's a 5,000 square meters that's being invaded. Has been invaded by interlopers. I have had it for more than 30 years. Anyway, that's another issue. Uh, so, yun ang ano ko. Uh, if you ask me, uh, I've been, well, from UP, you got to have your heart in the right place, to survive the times. So I was an activist at one time, and I'm still partly, with what I've said earlier, would indicate that I am involved, I am engaged. And so I use this medium to call on like minds, if they agree, and for us to work together for good. For sure, we are in the right side of history on this matter. Did I answer
Looking,
the question?
yeah, looking forward to that. The power of 300. I wonder how many countries are there in the whole world. The power of the 300 small economies
Yeah,
coming together, not against the G7, not against the G7, but uh, just
but
to have a very peaceful environment. Yeah, yan.
yes, yes.
Parang
Well,
nagbabalik
in
tayo
Africa
tayo
we
nung
have all. In Africa we have 56 already.
53.
Anyway, this is an esoteric idea. You ask me a foolish question, you get a foolish answer.
Okay. All right. Go, Ella.
Okay,
Any
thank you, sir, once again. So, we would also like to know what else you want to achieve, in life, or what else remains undone, if if you have some plans.
well, I want to see us succeed in the next 6 years in improving the lives of our people. I have another esoteric idea, just perhaps as the last point. You know, in solving a problems, and Dr. Rian knows this, in doing an analysis, we cut down the problem in small sizes, right? And so, problem the Philippines is solvable if we cut down the big chunks of our biases, our prejudices into small chunks. For example, the fight for federalism. I think the approach of our senators, some congressmen, is using old tools to solve new problems. Ours is to study carefully our resources, study our people, our culture, our inclinations, our needs. For example, we should not suffer from scarcity of food and scarcity of resources. No? If we just perhaps do some structural studies, like downsizing our economy, grouping different similar um, cultures. Like, for example, the Ilonggo should not be divided into different provinces. Put them together. Let's recognize our ethnic foundations. No, good to know that the Kapampangan is just one small province. And they're united. The Ilocanos are spread all over. Anyway, there are, I think, 7 tribes, Muslim tribes. Put them together. Well, among them, of course, there are many variances, nuances. No? But this is a subject of my curiosity and further studies on this matter. Every regions, or if we cut the country, reorganize the country into a quadrant, Four pieces lang. Ngayon, meron tayo Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, di ba? And then we have about 19 regions. That's too many. And now, anyway, this is a little complicated, but the idea here is if if one region, kunwari, masaraan ng kuryente, the whole nation should not suffer for that. And we should study the complementarity of provinces. So they will be helping instead of asking for help all the time from the national government. Well, this is a little complicated, but you ask me for my remaining goals and ideas. I want to do a little research on this. You know how to make us self-sufficient, exploring new source of energies. You know, we should not be in just one greed. You know, there are tremendous resources that the earth is unexplored. In blue economy, you know, the sea, the air, the sun are just a few of the traditional source of energies, but there are more. So we should, the Filipino, us Filipinos, should strive to be more independent thinking and should engage other, you know, our school system, the 100 more than 100 state university colleges should be the center of focal point of the region or the provinces. So yung kunwari yung African swine flu, we should not all be affected by that. And there are fine schools that have done research on this na hindi na-explore, hindi nagagamit. I'll mention one particular school, yung Pisau, the Philippine Pampanga State Agricultural University. You know, they're outstanding in veterinary medicine. So, you know, and then there's problem of ASF in the Region 3. And there's another outstanding school in Bulacan. You know, together they can have joint research, come up with solutions on solving this problem. It should not be a national concern when it's a regional problem. So it's coordination more than anything else. The science is there. It's just, you know, reallocating resources and doing some structural changes.
Yeah.
And we're getting deep in, you know,
Yeah, we're getting
these
deeper
are
anyway. So
these are
as my observation, sir, you're really very patriotic. I mean, when you're asked to say what else remains undone, it's still you're still thinking about the Philippines. You're still thinking how to have a better place to live in. There's no I cannot sense any I cannot sense any some sort of being so it's so selfless, and I like it
okay.
the way you do it. There's so
Thank
many
you very much.
wisdom on people like you, sir. I hope you don't mind if I ask how old are you, sir. I hope you don't mind answering that question.
The boys don't really mind, but you know, I'm poor in arithmetic, so I'm poor with technology. You know, I say, you know, I lived a half century and a quarter.
Okay,
And
half surgery and a quarter. All right. That's nice. Kukumpitin na nila yan, 75. Hindi, joke. So, sir, because when should when should a person stop working or stop dreaming and just stay enjoy life? What age is that?
you know, actually, activity, you know, like mental activity, like reading, you know, analyzing, sharing, like this one, should be a lifelong passion. You know, when you're tired with life, you sit down and lie down, and that's it. You have a permanent rest. But for as long as God has gifted you with energy, with some talents, relating your experiences and putting them to good use for the good beyond yourself. I think that should be for us, no, Dr. Ria. I like your being a femme fatale and ano pa, ano, uh, feminine genius. I think our group should expand to recruit more people who, can engage in occasional coffee talks, poetry reading, and reading of our work or something. Yes. So, my idea for my retirement actually is just put up a coffee shop. Then somebody said, "Why don't we put up a school?" So we put up Meta Skills Innovation Center. So, well, uh, it has its own challenges, no? But I think a man, a woman, shouldn't stop in engaging their minds to explore new ideas. And right now, my concern is where to go to update my skills with a cell phone and computer. The technology came a little later. And in my position, yun napapagutos lamang. Pero ngayon, gusto kong gawin. I want to be independent. I don't want to depend on others fixing this, having little problem area. So, if you could show me a place where I could learn a few things to retune, I would still want to learn. Yes.
So see this passion, di ba, Ella, no? Exuding passion, and all of our viewers should learn from this, that really age is just a number, and no matter where you are, what status you are, you're still in the spirit of learning. Imagine that. And I mean, half century and a quarter still wants to be techie. That's why kaya ako ano sir honestly, when I had this YouTube thingy and this all of this social media, I learned to use different apps and do my own video editing. Inaral ko yan, sir. Minsan iniisip
No,
ko,
very good.
iniisip ko, should I be
Yeah.
doing this? I'm already in this part of my life and still doing it. And I'm enjoying it. And me and Ella's
But
retirement job is
keep going,
to be
keep
become a
going.
YouTuber and a blogger. At least me and Ella has an option. We have an option to retire, because we can explore this technology part of life. Maganda yun, sir. No? So this is a very it's a learning to all of people, all of us. There's no age. We should not stop, no? Walang iniisip na bukas retired na ako, tapos na ako.
Oh,
Perhaps retirement could be a beginning of something new pa, di ba? New endeavors. Walang
right,
katapusan, no? There's no unending. At
right.
tingin ko yun yung nagpapalakas, sir.
You mentioned something very nice in the beginning. You said, well, life is too short, and that it has to be enjoyed and not a problem to solve. Yeah. Enjoy lang tayo. So we should find reason to enjoy with other people. Others do it in business, others do it in science, others do it in some other forms, in sports. Sa atin, let's keep on going, doing what we enjoy the most. I I encourage you to continue doing what you're doing, this feminine genius and Ella. Ano mo, Ella? Ano ang syudo ni Num de Guillermo?
I'm sorry, sir.
Ella
What?
once. As a
My
piety
channel
and
name?
no, the piety and devotion lead.
Yeah.
Haba nun. Anyway,
Haba
uh,
naman, Maria.
so,
Ang haba
kailangan
daw.
short and sweet. Okay.
Natuto ako sa pseudonym ni sir, eh. Talagang sa totoo lang sir, ngayon ko lang narinig yung term na yun 'no, talagang as in, hinanap ko pa yung paano siya pino-pronounce, Kibitzer. Talagang may
Oo nga
galing
ma'am
na
'no, ako din ngayon ko
oo.
lang narinig.
Ngayon ko lang talaga narinig. I mean, kita mo, Ella, di ba, natututo tayo. This is not just imparting knowledge to our audience, but we also learn. Alam mo, sir, ito yung talagang inaano namin na the humility. Learning comes from humility. Humility is when you listen to other people's story. Lalo, sir, sa mga half century and quarter. Yung mga ganyang age, ano na yan, full of wisdom na yan, talagang gustong-gusto namin nakikinig dyan. Madami kasi kami natututunan. You know, what you learn should be passed on to the younger generation. Yes,
True,
We
Ella?
should
that's
have
true Maria.
we should have a forum for this, even off camera, no, where we can just enjoy poetry reading, and occasional debates. It's this to stimulate the mind, like the
Yes.
ancient Greeks, their search for the truth. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ma'am Ria, you have to
uh,
schedule that. But anyway, sir, I would like to also ask you if you are not who you are right now, then
what
what
you want
would
to
you
do?
be? Opo.
Interesting question. Interesting question. I really don't know, but I just well, my mother of about 95 years old just passed on in February, and I am very grateful for her, who was at school. No, I don't think she even touched high school. So she raised me almost single-handed. She remarried, and I have three younger brothers. You know, in life we should just be grateful for the people that touch our lives. So I will remember my mother always, for being a simple woman who taught me how to read, who led me to the faith, yung mga nobina sa Mother Perpetual. I don't know, if I going to school, I just, I attended public school in Tondo. I would find time, with my busy schedule even then, to go to to this novena. Uh, Somehow, with my about 17 years in the United States, no? 1 year as a teenage scholar in high school, and later as a young exile, my faith has been strong because of my mother. She's not a perfect mother, but talking about what I intend to do, yet I would like to, I'd like to be rich enough to put up a foundation for my mother, in whose memory I would like to build what you call a sanctuary, or a place where, well, people can live, because my mother has always been welcoming relatives from the provinces, and even friends of friends, to stay in that little house we have. It's 66 square meters long. I want to build on it something in her name. And for my brothers, the younger brothers who are not as educated or interested in schooling, but I want them to live comfortably like me, and pray that I may raise enough money before I close in. And, there we can meet. Siguro, have a coffee shop there on the penthouse, and we can meet and have your studio there. I'll give you a room to be our project Kasi maganda itong layunin mo eh. Maganda itong ano mo na through the internet, which is this the way to the future. Na we communicate. This is the means for communication now. The social media. Anyway, we should have plenty of time to do some planning. Uh, yung business natin nasa Africa hopefully thrives and also in the Philippines, things are something good is yet uh, coming, and we pray on this. Okay, you
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
um,
you. Okay, thank you, sir. And finally, sir, I would also like to ask you, how can you help the feminine genius advocacy of Dr. Ria Liza?
well, what can we do? I think she has enough magnet. There's enough uh, attraction, for young minds. I think we should invite people. Not, but being kasi feminine is limiting. By LGBTQ, you should address that issue that they should participate. So they are not entirely feminine. But, anyway, I think maganda yung maganda yung feminine genius. We should have more genius like you. But we should welcome everyone to participate. And then siguro subsector. Magawa tayo mga sectoral fronts. No? So there'll be weeks when the topic is about women, topics about uh, victims of human trafficking, some OFW returnees with scarred lives to discuss their advocacies for the improvement of law and other things. I think you have opened a new chapter in my life where I'll think about how we can help you with your talk. It's great. It serves a purpose. Serves a purpose.
That's That's so nice, sir. No, yeah. Yeah. I do hope that you can help the feminine genius. We can help us, Ella ones and me, to have to partake to impart more information, especially, sir. Now that the younger generation are really different from from what we have been in the past, so we want to continue on with this program, no? Kaya kami ni Ella is, kahit ay Sabado talaga namin naka-dedicate na yung Sabado namin parang hindi na kami nagbabakasyon. Dedicate na din dito. And yes, we should capture the LBGT, yes. Though we capture the male genius and the Z genius, the youth and the male, but we don't have yet the branding for the LBGT. LBGTQIA, di ba? LBGTQIA. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much,
Actually,
Sir.
last word. One one idea perhaps is you should start recruiting, or we should have a program for yung mga estudyante as early as secondary when they enter college. Yung then growing up, kunwari kung meron ng mga those who study for 8 years to take up law, yung mga yun, they should be socially engaged that before they enter their profession, before taking their bar, they're already committed to social, progressive, productive discussions. Yung have something, you know, although social media na tayo, I think there's still room for some kind of magazine or hard print you can occasionally one page something that you can, you know, every time you meet people or groups, it's something to introduce your advocacy. So you're planting seeds. Who knows? Ganun ang, That's the actually my ideal of leadership. Training new leaders, always looking for people to take our place, to be our associate first. They learn from us. It should be parang hindi exclusive, kundi inclusive. We should be looking always for someone who can join us and share our ideals and could replicate what we're doing. You know, then we should, you know, anyway, I've said plenty. And
Yes.
thank you for the privilege. Thank you
Yeah.
for the privilege of being with you for, nakaisang oras na ba tayo?
It's more than, yeah, more. Thank you so much, sir. Actually, each of our guests will be featured in one chapter of our printed book.
Ah,
Um,
good.
very soon, yeah. All your quotable quotes will be featured in the book. Yeah. Hintay lang natin yung book mo, sir. It was such a wonderful
Alright.
discussion with you, sir. Thank you so much. Um, since for now, for all our for all our viewers right now, hindi muna
Yeah.
tayo magpipinoy henyo because we started late. Please type coffee for all our viewers. And while you're typing coffee, magsha-share lang kami ng key takeaway ni Ella. So, Ella once, can you please say your key takeaway?
Hello, of course, ma'am. Thank you for uh, for this opportunity, of course, to mention some of my key takeaway from the guest. Of course, um, what I can s- what I can say is from the mentioned answer of Sir a while ago about the any regrets in life. So he quickly said that he has no regrets because those mistakes that we had before are lessons that must be learned. So for me, it's a big thing for not only to me but for the young generations right now who are watching. They should be into like that, no, na mentality para maiwasan po yung mga yung frustrations kumbaga in life. We have to accept and learn from our mistakes. That will be all, Ma'am Ria. Short, very short.
Yes, yes, oo,
Back to
Ella.
you.
Oo. Um, well, when I went to Sir to Dr. Enner's office. I think that's the birthday of your wife, and I get to learn I get to meet the friends of Dr. Enner, and you know, parang ayaw na namin maghiwalay nung gabing yun, ng mga kakwentuhan ko. No? We stayed for about more than midnight because I simply enjoy the discussion. It was a learning experience for me to talk to this kind of people. I mean, Dr. Enner, of course. Um, just the peers of Dr. Enner. No, I've got so much wisdom from you. I've learned so much just to emanate what you're doing, but of course, on the point of view of who you are and what you're doing right now, when you say skills more important than diploma, and character is more important degree, these are two important things that we have to work on in that coming future. No, trifocal approach in education. Yeah, we talk about this, but uh, I think prior to you, Dr. Enner, talking, we've been discussing about schooling but no schooling as I think the fourth focal approach in education. I think we could work on that in the coming future. Coming so excited about the youth on schooling with no schooling. Yeah, we don't need a diploma, we don't need to study this long because right now the young generation are very good at technology. Pwede na nga magtrabaho eh. Kaya my kids are already asking for a job. This about time to learn more. As Dr. Enner tells us, there's no such age to retire. Learn more, update yourself to technology. Ayan.
Wow, nice.
Um, Yeah, very nice, no? Thank you. Kaya ano, nagbago yung mga ano, skill sets, no? Nagbago yung mga jobs because of technology. No, that's what we've discussed with the DTIs last week. So thank you so much, Dr. Enner. I really hope we could have more morning coffees and just randomly talk about things. We are your successor, and the younger ones are succeeding us. No, we need this succession. We have to pass on what we learn to the younger generation. Mawala na yata yung character ngayon. Sobra na
Yeah.
kasi silang ano, yeah, sobra na kasi silang techie. So nakakalimutan na yung character, values, education as you have mentioned, really is very important. Kaya nandito tayo to always remind them. All right, so to all our viewers, please always tune in. See you again next Saturday, same time, 9 p.m. And please type coffee while we're still on. All right. So this time, Dr. Ener, we'd like to say goodbye and thank you so
Okay,
much
po.
for being with us.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you very much.